During 8 days preceding 7th August, all the talukas of Nandurbar district had received 25 millimeters and more, and there was an instance where 260 millimeters in a day was there. There are 7 instances where rainfall was more than 100 millimeters. All of that water was going to come here because there are no such comparable reservoirs in the upstream. As I said, as late as on August 6 evening, water released from Ukai were just 2.5 lakh cusecs. When that level had already built up to 102.57 meters, the reservoir was 84% full at 5.5 BCM live storage. A day earlier, the release was only 23,000 cusecs. And like for any other mishap like that, no engineer was held responsible, and nobody was punished for this mishap, which was completely man-made. Okay, coming to the Sabarmati River. This is Narendra Bhai Modi is these days making this flagship program. We have provided access to the Sabarmati, which was denied earlier because of the slums. He says the river, access to the river was denied because of the slums. And we have provided people access to the, what they have done, they have set up Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation has set up a Sabarmati Riverfront Development Corporation to revivify, this is their word, to the city center by reconnecting it to the river. Incidentally, the water that you see in Sabarmati is from Narmada. The Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation appointed some consultative firm, etc., etc. In the first phase, they identified 9-kilometer stretch of the riverfront extending from Subhas Bridge to Vasna Bridge and proposed to reclaim 162 hectares of riverbed for real estate. They planned to lease out part of the project. They extended the project in 2003 to 20 kilometers. And they are now developing 190 hectares of additional riverfront. There are a lot of details available on that. This is one of the striking pictures. This is considered a successful riverfront development. And this is also being sold as a river rejuvenation experiment, which needs to be followed by a lot of people around the world. What you can see on both sides is concrete. This is their idea of a river. This is another striking picture of the same river passing through Ahmedabad. They have completely concretized the area. But this is only the 20-kilometer stretch of the river. Sabarmati is a huge river. What is happening to the rest of it? This is what is happening. If you go downstream from Vasna Barrage, you know, the riverfront development stops at Vasna Barrage downstream from Ahmedabad. If you go downstream from Vasna Barrage, you can see this small rivulet, which is mostly the sewage from Ahmedabad. This is the sewage entering the downstream area. This is again a photo from the downstream, just taken a couple of months back. There was, of course, huge displacement, like it happened in case of Yamuna in Delhi when Commonwealth Games were being planned. A huge number of people were displaced. In Ahmedabad also it happened. And that land was then taken and being sold for riverfront development, for real estate development and so on. There was not a single livelihood survey. Because actually, you know, I don't know, India is a country, one can't compare with other countries. India is a country where the dependence of the people on the river, a natural resource like a river, is huge. We were together in Guwahati 2 days back, and I was shocked. I never heard this figure. But the government of Assam says that there are 45 lakh people of Assam who are dependent only on fisheries in Brahmaputra and tributaries. 45 lakh people. This is just one aspect of livelihood dependence on rivers. There are so many ways that people are dependent on rivers. But we see, how do we see the river? That we see the people as a nuisance, and so they were removed from there. There was no livelihood survey carried out. There was no proper rehabilitation until High Court ordered. And then they set up a committee under a retired High Court judge. Even now, there has been no full-scale survey. even according to the professor of IIM Ahmedabad, nor have they made whatever survey they have done public. Far from rehabilitation, anything has happened. But the most striking thing is that the water that you see is not Sabarmati's river. The Sabarmati's river has been stopped at the upstream Dharoi Dam. Dharoi Dam releases no water. And so downstream from Dharoi Dam, in fact, friends from Dharoi area which are affected because of that have gone to the High Court that we also need water in the Sabarmati. So you release water from Sabarmati, then we also will get it. And that petition has been filed in the High Court just earlier this year. But they will not get water because they don't have the power like the Ahmedabad, which Modi wants to showcase. So actually the water that is coming into the Sabarmati is Narmada water. And that's the story of Narmada water project also. What was the allocation for Narmada water? For whom Narmada dam was made? You look at the papers of 1980s and 1990s. You look at the documents of Gujarat government. You look at the document of Sardar Sarovar Narmada Nigam. And you will see it was for Kutch, Saurashtra and North Gujarat. When Gujarat was arguing before tribunal that it must get 9.5 million acre feet of water, when Gujarat's share in catchment at Sardar Sarovar was 2%. Gujarat has just 2% share in Narmada catchment at Sardar Sarovar. And it was asking more than 1/3 of the water. On what basis? It says we want to solve the water problem of Kutch, Saurashtra and North Gujarat. When we looked at I was part of Narmada Bachao Andolan, we did an analysis that how much cultivable land of Kutch, Saurashtra and North Gujarat is going to get water. We found that on paper, even on paper, the total cultivable land of Kutch that was to get water from Saurashtra, from Narmada, was 1.6%. 98.4% of the cultivable land was, even according to their paper plans, not getting any water. Saurashtra 99.24%. And North Gujarat around 18%. But even those areas are at the tail end. And there was no allocation for water, not only for Sabarmati river, but no industrial water, no urban water, no drinking water south of Sabarmati. And today, all the industries, all the urban centers of central and south Gujarat are getting, right up to Bharuch, are getting water from Narmada, where there was no allocation for them. And so it was being made for a specific area, which was actually dry area, which needed some water, but there were options available for them. They were not ready to do that. They wanted to push this project, and then they are giving water to the already water-rich area, and then wasting like what they are doing in Sabarmati.